Hello everyone, and welcome to the latest edition of DVD, Dale's Video Discussions. The purpose or the intent of this series is to just talk about videos in general, but more specifically DVDs, which I am trying to sell through eBay. And that's the whole purpose of this channel, after all, is to help me sell items through eBay. And again, I have to emphasize that no, the channel has not jumped the shark. I haven't done a 180 and started doing something completely different from what the channel normally does. This is a collector's channel. I have a large collection of DVDs. DVDs are a collectible. And while I talk about videos in general, I will be talking about a specific genre of videos today, and that is heroes, superheroes, superpowered beings, that type of stuff. And though I do not have DVDs of the TV shows that I will be talking about today, I do have some other hero related DVDs. So I will be discussing those or talking about those also. And of course, in case you haven't seen behind the curtain, yes, this is a way of advertising for eBay. Let's get right into this, folks. And we're going to start off with, I didn't want to start off with Kick-Ass, so let's go back here. We're going to start off with SUPACELL, and that's mainly what this discussion will be about. But I'm going to come back to this in just a moment. Just wanted to give you a heads up, let you know this is mostly what I'm going to be talking about here today. So before we get into SUPACELL and the other two shows I will be talking about, first I want to talk about some of the DVDs that I have in my collection that will be for sale, or they may presently be for sale on eBay. If you're interested in any of these and they're not on eBay, just hit me up, leave a comment, let me know. We'll work something out. First, I want to go and talk about Kick-Ass. I'm sure a lot of us are familiar with this. This was a great movie, came out many years ago. I was about to say several, but it's been, 2010, so quite a while ago. Really great movie, starring Gracie, she got so many names, I can't remember her name. Gracie Moretz, Chloe Gracie Moretz, probably close. I'm sure somebody's gonna let me know I screwed it up, but yeah, pretty good actress. I like her, and she did a great job in this movie, especially considering the material. And what was this, an R-rated movie? Yeah, R-rated, so she did a hell of a job to be so young. All right, and we're gonna keep it moving here. The next one we will talk about is the Green Lantern movie. This gem right here, okay? And I think we all love Ryan Reynolds, but I don't think he was a good fit for this role. I don't think he'll ever win any awards for Green Lantern, but if you're interested in this classic, make sure you hit me up. I do have this available, and this is PG-13. That's what I was looking for. And we're going to keep it moving, folks. I want to keep this video short, so I want to get through these videos that I have in my collection and move on to the other stuff here. And the Wolverine. I also have this one. If you're interested in this one, please hit me up, let me know. And unless I specify, these are just regular DVDs, not Blu-ray. I do have this one. And let's move on to the next one. All right, and I do have the Transformers movie. I never kept up with the movies, so I'm not sure which one it is. So let me check. All right, this is it right here. So yes, I do have this one, and it is or will be for sale. If you're interested in it, please hit me up, let me know. Okay. And I do have the original Tomb Raider movie. If you're interested in that one, and you are a Lara Croft fan, please hit me up, let me know. And this one is widescreen. Not sure about the others. Oh, and correction, I said these were not Blu-ray. The Kick-Ass is Blu-ray, and it feels like, yeah, it's a 3 DVD. This one has 3 DVDs in it. And okay, back to Tomb Raider. That one is widescreen. Angelina Jolie, I think she did a great role in that movie. And I do have one more. And I do have the Tick DVD. This is from, man, this one is old. It's not rated. It's from 2001. And I'm trying to think of the Patrick Warburton. That's the one. He starred in this. He starred as the Tick. Guy has a very distinctive voice. So if you're a fan of him, if you're a fan of the Tick, hit me up, let me know. And this is a 2-disc set, by the way. And that is not rated, in case I didn't say it already. And I'm looking for the, okay, there it is right there. That's the DVD. So that's it right there. All right, folks, we're gonna get back to the main topic of this video, and that is SUPACELL. But before we get to SUPACELL, we're gonna talk about one of your favorite and mine. Oh, wrong spelling. Now, I am presently watching 3 hero-related shows on TV. One of them is The Boys. We're all familiar with The Boys. There's not much I can tell you about it that you don't already know. Very popular show. Another one I want to talk about, and you may not have heard of this one. And you know what, until I started watching this show and did research on it, I did not know there were so many MISFITS movies. And I had to search around for quite a while until I found some information on this series. And it is not coming. Okay, I know how to find it. This is it right here. And if you're looking for any of these movies, a lot of them I did find them on eBay, some of them on Amazon. Really interesting. Now I want to talk about this one for a minute because, like I said, a lot of us are not familiar with this, never heard of it. I had not heard of it until maybe a month or so ago when I started watching it. So I want to talk about it. Now, folks, this is a good show. I believe it's produced by the BBC. And I'm going to give you the basic premise, but I don't want to spoil it for you or give you the whole, everything that's going on. Now, in the show, they call it something else, but we call it community service, I believe, where you make some offense against society and you have to pay your dues by going out and cleaning up. So that's the setup. These 5 young folks have screwed up, and now they're paying the price by going around beautifying parks and that type of stuff. And it's kind of an odd setting, I think, but it works for this show. there was maybe two actors or three actors in the entire series that I was familiar with. That was this guy, I don't know his name, but he was in the Game of Thrones, and I'm not familiar with these four, but they all did great jobs. His name in the show was Nathan. He takes some getting used to, I'm going to tell you now, so be ready for this, but he grows on you. Yes, they all did a great job, folks. They really did some. I'm sure they very well known over in the United Kingdom, but on this side of the pond, probably not very well known over here either. Let me see. What can I tell you? What else can I tell you? You know, okay, let me say this. I think we've gotten so caught up in this superhero craze that any show that involves a being with some type of extraordinary power, we automatically call them or refer to them as superheroes. And I think this show kind of like gets into that a little bit, that aspect of it. These are not superheroes. They don't go around putting on costumes, even though there was, I think, one episode where they had costumes, but it was like a costume party, so it kind of fit. But they don't go around with costumes on. They ordinary people that happen to get these powers, and sometimes they use them for good, sometimes they use them for bad. And I would highly recommend you check this one out, folks. Do yourself a favor, go ahead and check out Misfits. And I'm going to tell you this to maybe save you some time. I think there's 5 or 6 seasons, and I am presently on, I think, season 4. I think toward the end of season 3, things started changing a little bit. Now, from experience, I know that when this happens, and you've noticed it yourself, I'm sure, when there's a drastic change in the tone of a show, it's probably because they have new writers or new directors, whatever. Something changes behind the scenes, and that reflects on the screen. I started noticing that toward the end of season 3. I'm struggling to get through 4 because things have changed so drastically from the previous seasons. I don't know if I can make it, and I think it's at the point where this show is about to jump the shark, folks, if it hasn't already. And okay, that's all I'm going to say about it. Great show, highly recommend it. Please watch it, come back here and discuss. I'd love to talk about this show with somebody. I really, and that's, again, well, I shouldn't say again, but going back to the original purpose of this series is to discuss, to have a discussion about DVDs. I used to talk about movies with my brother a long time ago, but we no longer have those discussions, and I miss doing that. So I love movies, and I like talking about them. Let's see. So that's it. Let's get on to the main thing here. Okay, and that's not where I want to be. All right, SUPACELL. I believe this is a BBC production. And okay, I don't want to give it away, but this one is highly recommended, folks. It's presently showing on Netflix. I just happened to stumble across this a couple of weeks ago. I think I had saved it to watch later, and finally I got around to watching it. The only thing that disappointed me about this show was the length of the season. There's one season so far. There's talk about a possible second season. My only disappointment was the season was too short. I think it was 6 episodes. That is not enough. And I don't know what it is about current TV series, where they call 6 or 8 episodes a season. Now, don't quote me on this, but I believe Gunsmoke used to have like a 40 or 50 some odd episode season. Again, check it. I'm not 100% sure, but those older shows in the old days, they had more episodes, a lot more. I know for a fact some series used to have 30 some odd episodes. Some of them had 20 some odd episodes. And so it's really frustrating when you try to get down and enjoy a series, but it runs 6 or 8 episodes and that's it. Anyway, okay, I'll get off my soapbox. All right, I'm going to try to talk about this without spoiling it. And this show, just as with The Boys and Misfits, takes place in the real world. Not like in a fictitious world. It's as if they were in the actual real world, and I like that. Same as, what was that show? I think it started off with Watchmen, the comic Watchmen. I think that was one of the first real world based comics. What's the other one? Jupiter's Legacy. That's based in the real world. There's been several others since then, and one of the ones I really like, and I'd love to see a TV show about that. And this show right here, SUPACELL, and the Misfits kind of remind me of it. If you are familiar with Marvel's New Universe books, there was a title called ep2. Now I really like them because they were based in reality, and no one ran around with costumes. I think they started doing it later on in the series, but initially no one did. That's the same with this. They have superpowers, and they not all out doing good stuff. Sometimes they do bad stuff, sometimes they do good stuff. And we've all seen the powers in these shows. It's some regular, normal stuff, but it's the way that they introduce the powers and the way that the characters use the powers that makes a difference. Misfits in this also, and they make it work. They don't just run around shooting lasers out the eye for the hell of it, or just picking up cards just for the hell of it. It fits the script. It's well written, great actors, good story, and they all have motivation. You've seen superheroes that just go and they get their power, they put on a costume, and they go around and just do stuff for no good reason. But these guys, they all have a good motivation for doing what they do. Again, folks, go watch it. You can binge this on the weekend, and it might take you 6 hours because it's only 6 episodes. And it's a great show. I'm not going to say anything else about it. I want to talk about it, but I'm going to save that for the discussion. So please watch it. Come back, hit me up. Give me your thoughts on it. Let me know what you thought. And I'm going to say this one thing, and it may seem a little odd. These characters, no, I can't say it. Okay. I don't want to ruin it, but I want to talk about this so bad. Somebody please, somebody leave a comment, please. I'm not going to say it. I was going to spoil something, but I won't. Please watch it. This one last thing, I'm going to leave you with this thought, and then I'm going to shut up and call it a wrap. SUPACELL. Initially, when I saw this name, I thought, what is that? I didn't understand. I think I kind of picked up on the fact that it involves superpowered beings. But the SUPACELL, that just threw me off. It didn't make sense. But watch it, folks. It's going to make sense. Trust me. It's going to make sense. You might not figure it out. I figured it out before they actually mentioned it in one of the later episodes. But it'll all come together. It'll make sense. And it's you know how some hero shows, superhero shows are implausible or impossible or improbable? This is plausible, folks. The way that they go about these beings coming about, I guess that's the right term. It's plausible. It maybe not to this extent, but okay, I'm going to shut up. I'll leave it alone and stop right there. So please join me in this discussion, folks. And I want to thank you for watching. Thanks for supporting the channel. Please subscribe if you haven't done so. I will be trying to get around to doing more of these DVD series videos, but I'm so caught up in the statues right now, and I'm trying to get the comic books back on to my channel. So I will be doing more in the future. Thanks. Bye.